I just saw Justice League Gods and Monsters, and I thought, why not do a review on it?
Someone once asked if I wanted to save the planet or rule it.
Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, I call upon you to give yourselves up.
Today it's going to be hard to tell the difference.
Directed by Sam Liu, this is the 24th animated DC Comics film. DC clearly has a stranglehold over any other comic property when it comes to making animated movies. I believe that the animated movies are actually the best movies DC has ever put out. Does Justice League Gods and Monsters live up to that promise? Sadly, no. And part of that is because the story is centered around a novelty, and the novelty in this film was actually pretty cool. The novelty in this film happens to be that the holy trinity of the DC universe, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, are from an alternate universe. Their origins have been completely changed. Superman is no longer Kal-El, he is General Zod's son. Batman is no longer Bruce Wayne, he is Kirk Langstrom, the man who is Man-Bat, so he's actually a man who is a bat. And Wonder Woman's origin has been changed too. She is by far the weakest character in the film, completely uninteresting, unlike Superman and Batman, obviously. So the movie takes place in today's world. This is one of the most realistic DC animated films. I will give it that much. So what happens is the Justice League, formed with Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, is not the Justice League we're used to seeing. These guys have no problem with extinguishing criminals. And what happens is some guy, some villain in the universe decides that he's had enough of the Justice League and he wants to take them out. I don't even remember the bad guy of this film. That is how weak this was. Again, as I said, this film focuses just on the novelty that, oh my god, look, it's an alternate universe, alternate reality. And that's not enough for me to enjoy this film. Tons of characters have been thrown in from the DC universe, including Mr. Freeze and Lex Luthor, but I barely remember what they did in the film. They're just there to be there. However, one thing DC is always excellent at is the voice work. Now, Kevin Conroy does not return to voice Batman, damn it, but it's an equally awesome person voicing Batman. Michael C. Hall, now that is pretty badass. Benjamin Bratt voices Superman, and Tamara Taylor voices Wonder Woman. These guys put in absolutely awesome performances. I would be okay with Michael C. Hall playing Batman. Same with Benjamin Bratt. Not when it comes to looks or anything, but definitely the voice. Michael C. Hall actually might make a pretty good Batman when it comes to looks and physique and voice. But Benjamin Bratt and Tamara Taylor, I wouldn't cast them in a live action film. But yeah, voice work is fantastic in this film, like any other DC film or video game. However, that is not enough for me to like this movie. This is just an okay DC movie. I am not accustomed to seeing okay DC animated movies, especially when you have movies like The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2. Even the movies which aren't as good as those films are pretty good, like the Flashpoint Paradox. That was a pretty good film. This one, however, falls a bit short. It falls under all of those movies in my opinion, and I have to give this film a final rating of 3 out of 5. It's just an okay film. You might want to show this to your kid. It is pretty violent for an animated film. All in all, I was a bit disappointed, I am not going to lie. And finally, people, I just want to thank you again for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. And I would urge you to please hit the like button and then hit the subscribe button. I would really like that. And I will see you beautiful people once again next week.